Now I want to go into this video and I want to talk about how we act. And then we'll go into more details about the geopolitics and a lot of the situation that's going on. We'll take some deep dives on some subjects. But for now that we've talked about that and let the cat out of the bag, and we've all had to face very square and fair, man, war, famine, disease, and natural chaos. Are you kidding me? How are we supposed to make it in this time? Well, let me tell you how. Your number one thing you need to do is keep intimacy with God. If you don't keep your relationship with God strong every day, I don't know how you will make it. You need a stable hope because God is real and He's willing to manifest Himself in these times in a very, very special way. So hold on to Him at all costs. Don't do anything to grieve or quench. I know the temptations are there to try to get some quick escape, and don't do it. Hold fast, stay steady. God is with you. And as you maintain that intimacy, you're going to be able to hear from Him because you, every individual, and that includes you, me, we need to hear directly from God what He's speaking to us in this time because everybody's a little different. Now, then, one thing that you need to pray about is you need to ask God where you need to live right now. Just because you were born in a certain area or country or state doesn't mean you have to stay there, right? You can move, and you need to pray about that right now. My number one advice for you is to think about getting out of the city. I don't think cities are going to be a very safe place. I know God is going to have some people stay and minister, but you should know what you're getting into, okay? And that's all I'm saying is just ask God where you're supposed to be. I think there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be moving outside of the cities. God's guiding people out to save them, that they can be a light. We can always go back in when we want to and minister and do things, but I'm just telling you, you should really, really pray about what God's speaking to you about that right now. The third thing kind of goes along with it, and that is grow your own food. Boy, you have to get hold of your food supply. Keeping 100 bottles of water and 30 cans of tuna in your pantry is not going to get you through this storm. Let me tell you something. This is going to go on for years, and you need to be able to have a way to get food that's not in the system. I'm telling you, there will be food lines. Mark my words. In the next few years, you are going to see massive food lines. You're going to see these things happen, and you need to be prepared. Grow your own food. Figure out how to do it, whatever God is speaking to you about that. Number four, stop listening to the media. Stop listening to the media. Stop listening to these fear terrorists, okay? They are creating fear, which stops you from acting. It's part of the reason there's so much anxiety and fear today. Stop feeding your soul on that. Please go focus on good things. Now, my fifth thing is a practical thing, but it's going to be a surprise to you, and that is get iodine. I'm going to put links in the description. I'm not telling you to take iodine, okay? I'm not telling you how much to take and what to take. I'm going to give you some links, but you need to go Google that. Why? Because I believe there's going to be some nuclear warfare in the earth. I don't think it's I'm confident it's not the end of the world, right? We're not going to see the whole planet wiped out. But there's going to be some regional release of nuclear weapons. And if you don't have the iodine in advance, you aren't going to be able to get it. But you need to understand it. If you don't take it right, you can die. And if you don't have it, you could die. So you really need to understand the benefit of iodine, where to get it, do a little homework. And I know everybody's busy today, but your life depends on it. Your family's life depends on it. Understand iodine. That's all I'm going to say to you. Number six, have a backup plan in case the power grids go out. That's another thing I'm going to assure you of over the coming years is you are going to have power outages over a lot of the country, whether that's from EMPs or just terrorist strikes or whatever happens. The power grid is going to go down. So you need to make a backup plan. Your car is probably not going to start. Gas stations won't work. The banks won't work. The grocery stores probably won't work. You may not be able to cook. What are you going to do? What if the cell phone towers don't work? What if it was an EMP? Start running through these scenarios in calm and with your resilience in mind. Remember, you're going to get through this time. Set your mind on it. It's going to be okay. But you need to prepare. Game theory now, so that when the moment happens, you're not unprepared. God's wanting us to be prepared. And seven is, listen, the greatest fear in the human soul is the fear of the unknown. I read a comment the other day from a guy who was just saying that he spent thousands of dollars getting all prepped out and then nothing happened. Listen, you don't know when this is going to happen, but you better be prepared because once it starts, you need to have a plan in place. So don't get the victim mentality. We don't know when this will happen. Don't set time frames in your mind that you are allowing to, okay? hold steady. It's going to be okay. You're going to make it. Now we'll dive into some other stuff in the next video. Thanks.